Well, it's finally happened. After a long, multi-year hiatus away from YouTube streaming, back from when I was doing Fate Grand Order, I've returned. And today, I begin with something a little different. I'm going to be going ahead and streaming Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon. This will be a story completion run. I'm not really gunning for a 100% run. I'm also probably going to do a lot of off-stream farming, so if you suddenly see my mech painted in a wild color scheme, or with weapons that you don't remember me getting, just know that that's why. Because I'm not going to have everyone sit here and watch me farm beating up some poor mech repeatedly for hours on end. In order to do this, you gotta start a new game. Or at least do this properly. It's also been a while for me, so I will happily relearn the controls. I am playing this on Steam and using an Xbox controller. And there was a recent patch update for this game too. It was some online play improvements and whatnot, so I'm hoping all of that works out.
We're close to Rubicon. Wake the dog up.
Handler Walter verified. Activating cerebral coral control device. Augmented human C4621 has awakened.
Time to get to work, 621. I'm powering down your entry capsule. On my signal. Now, activate the AC.
Descent to ISB 2262, Rubicon 3, complete.
Your position is grid 135. Off target, but within permissible range. There's a catapult ahead. Use it to close the gap.
Main system activating combat mode.
So my first Armored Core game was actually a title all the way back on the PlayStation 2. I've always liked this. I've always liked specifically this type of game. Like, the genre itself has always been fairly interesting, but I've never been able to find anything that satisfies the Armored Core itch quite like Armored Core. I've tried BattleTech. It works to a point, but it's an RTS, and that's not quite what I want. I don't just want real time. I want to be the irresponsible mech pilot. I have both a mic check and a Rogue Blackwell. Hello? Can you guys hear me on that end? So unlike in past titles, well, okay, in the oldest of titles, your camera controls were tied to your left and right bumper buttons. That is no longer the case. Your left and right bumper buttons are free to do what they need to, which is use all of your weapons. Our left bumper currently doesn't have anything. Our right bumper does have a missile targeting system. Our right arm has a pretty substandard and meh rifle, but it's the beginning of the game. Starting AC isn't going to be the most fantastic thing in the world.
Clear out those guard mechs. Perfect
Fun
chance
fact
to
about the
test your
targeting
AC.
thing, if you have multiple targets within sight, what you can do is hold down whatever your missile targeting is and switch to multi-target. Lets you destroy multiple targets at once. Very handy when you're dealing with just a ton of mooks. Targeting assist helps you not lose track of a target if you don't want to fiddle around with the right stick. Which I understand a lot of people don't. Right stick camera controlling can be a tiny bit of a pain. I'm honestly fine with it, so I don't particularly mind it. I may switch it if issues arise. For now, everything's super weak. Everything's going to go down in 1-2 hits at most. So let's just go ahead and demolish everything I can. This game does reward a fast, somewhat aggressive playstyle. It definitely rewards you for not getting hit. Yes, your robot comes equipped with a limited set of repair kits.
2 repair kits remaining.
Repair kits will always heal a fixed amount of AP.
That's where you're landing. Access the catapult.
You can improve it through a set of modifications that we're going to get to later in the game, but something I want to point out before we go any further, look at how large these guys are. Look at how large they are standing next to shipping containers. This is a short boy, and he's standing 4 crates tall. Pretty big mechs. For anyone who doesn't know, the Armored Core series is handled by From Software. Yes, the Dark Souls people. That also means the Moonlight Greatsword does exist in Armored Core, just not as a medieval-style weapon. No. You get a giant robot laser
Time
blade.
to fly, 621.
I will say, I've always
If we
loved
get
the
our hands on
visuals of
Rubicon's
this.
coral, we'll make a killing. Plenty for a merc with a fried brain like you to buy their life back. Enough chat, back to work.
Hello, David Ritter Gaming. Good to
Scavenge
see
the
you.
AC Rex ahead and find a valid mercenary license. We're illegals here. You'll need ID to operate.
So in good mercenary fashion, we're not necessarily welcome where we're at right now. We're doing what we need to survive, which at this point is just stealing an ID to be able to do any sort of work. Which, you know, kind of normal. At least normal in this universe. The Armored Core universe has always been rather grimdark.
Follow the markers.
will say the visuals in this game have always looked amazing.
Find out who they're working for.
Looks like they've got shields. Good thing you've got a blade.
Since it's the beginning of the game, I'm not terribly worried about ammo consumption or anything like that. It does affect a grading system that the game does, but again, I'm not really worried about getting S ranks right now. S ranks do reward you with things though, typically more credits that are going to be used to buy weapons and get various upgrades.
This one's already expired.
There are some game achievements that are tied to rankings though. And a different kind of ranking, an arena ranking, is also tied to various equipment upgrades that we could get later in the game. But we'll get to those as the story decides it wants to introduce us to those points of interest.
Mystery! We've got something good!
Get out of there! You can't handle them!
That's the PCA's planetside force. Keep a low profile. We don't want them breathing down our necks.
Look at that pretty helicopter. I'm sure it's our friend. We'll be fine.
Dafeng and Schneider are on the move. The grid won't be Corp AC. Wait, is that an independent? Destroy it!
You're outnumbered, 621. Use your missiles.
Don't have to tell me twice, I love my missiles. Still? Yeah, you were still alive. You had like no HP, but you were still there.
Analyzing.
I will say range also affects your damage output in this game. There's a lot of unique hidden stats to armored cores.
It's still valid, but the pilot's rank is no good.
You're basically like your motherboard affects how you fight, the type of body, in particular the type of feet that you have equipped, be it tank treads, spider leg tetrapods, or bipedal legs. Those also affect your movement and what your weapons kind of do with your armored core. There's a lot of subtle stuff that this game doesn't immediately tell you that I think is actually really neat. It makes building your own mech seem... It really helps it make it uniquely you. Like, you get to define your playstyle in a giant robot, and I kind of like that. So there are little story blurbs that are also coming out in these IDs. Like, we will learn what Balaam Industry is. We're going to learn how important some of these call signs are.
Forget it. I've picked up one more wreck, 621. Transmitting marker. Go and check it out.
There is a forced automatic reload in this game too. If you're on an Xbox controller or PlayStation controller, it's your triangle or Y button held down and then whatever your primary weapon is. So in my case, it's Y plus R2 does a reload. And no, it does not waste. It doesn't waste clips or anything like that. So it does its best to conserve your ammo. I like that. I like not having wasted ammunition. In this game, they added a bunch of vertical elements too. Like there's mine shafts we get to go into later, or in some cases where we need to get to higher elevations, we have vertical catapults.
That's it. Try accessing the wreck.
This is the wreck that sort of seals our fate in the beginning of the prologue chapter. I will say this, also expect me to die a lot. I am a terrible AC pilot.
Registration number RB23. Rank fits the bill.
Hey, look, the helicopter's back.
Looks like they were onto you after all. I'm in no mood to pick a fight with the PCA. But it doesn't matter. Take it out now and they won't have enough to ID you. You've got them now. Make it count, 621. We got what we came for. Use your mobility in the air to get clear of explosions on the ground.
Done.
Confirmed. Heavy combat helicopter is down. That's all for our work here today, 621. Here's the call sign from that license you picked up.
The name that will haunt us and stick with us forever, and for fans of the Armored Core series, you know what your call sign is. We've always known. It's Raven. It's always been Raven.
Raven. That's your new name here on Rubicon.
So as you can see at the end of the results screen here, there is a base payment. Every mission has a sort of base pay that they're willing to give. Bonus will come from various objectives, either destroying certain objects, completing within a certain time. There's a myriad of things that they won't always tell you. But like anything else, well, you still got damaged. You still have ammunition that you used, and that costs money. So that will also come out of your base and bonus pay total. And then after any other penalties you incur, that is your final income. There were ways in older Armored Core games to go severely into debt, and in one of them, it was the only way to get a particular upgrade, was to put yourself into a massive debt.
Coral, a sublime substance. Discovered on Rubicon, a planet on the frontier of developed space. For a time, coral was a revolutionary energy resource and data conduit, poised to transform human society by leaps and bounds. They called it the Fires of Ibis, a storm of flame that tore through the stars, leaving lethal contamination in its wake. Coral, the kindling, was thought to have been utterly consumed, forever lost. However, on Rubicon, the embers continued to burn. Humanity would inevitably return to stoke the fire.
I'm here.
Registration number
As requested.
RB23. Call sign Raven. Authentication complete. Removing MIA status. Restoring access privileges. This is Allmind, the mercenary support system. Welcome back, Raven.
Looks like you passed the authentication. Raven. That's who you are now, here on Rubicon. I've picked up some work for you already. Take a look, 621.
This notification follows restoral of access privileges. Allmind provides a combat training simulator to support its mercenaries. Your license was in a suspended state. Perhaps you may need a refresher. As an added incentive, completion of the exercises will be rewarded with AC parts. You stand to benefit regardless.
Okay, So there was a mountain of information that was just exposition vomited onto us. Also, hello, Rogue Black Belt. Thank you for joining.
Hello.
So, the exposition dump we had just gotten, we have landed on a planet with MacGuffinite that everyone has fought over. Civilizations have been destroyed because of it. Boy, haven't we heard this kind of story before. In this game, because we don't actually see or meet people, the most interesting thing about it is a lot of the storytelling is going to come through a lot of the character dialogue and text. A lot of people's speech inflections are actually going to sort of tell you a bit about their personalities. There is one guy who we're going to meet later who is so violently American sounding. It is... I love him. Like, he puts on like a gruff drill sergeant voice. He calls you maggots. Like, he's so in character. It's wonderful. There's a unique charm to this game that I will forever love, and it's stuff like that. As we just learned, the Raven who we stole the ID from has been considered missing in action. Being an AC pilot is an incredibly dangerous job. It is a mercenary or a corporate soldier job in this universe. The fatality rate is ridiculously extreme. There is no other job like this. If you want something that quickly explains kind of what they deal with on a whatever basis, if you have access to Amazon, go watch the what was the show they had done on Amazon where they did stuff with a bunch of different games. Go watch Secret Level. There is an Armored Core video in Secret Level that perfectly shows what this kind of mess is like. Crazy action and all. So right now they gave us access to Sortie, which is mission select, AC design, which lets you customize and paint your emblem and do a whole bunch of other stuff. AC design is basically your character creator. You could spend hours in it. I am not going to do that right now. There's a photo mode, which is also really nice. I'm also going to adjust master volume settings, because I apparently goofed that up and things were way too quiet.
Just a little bit.
So I'm going to fix that for the future. I apologize for that. In here, one of the first game settings that I do kind of recommend be set is your input device settings. Crank your sensitivity to max. Or close to it. Like I'm probably going to drop it down to 8. You want to be able to flick your camera around and keep track of your enemy as well as you can, because in this game, these robots and mechs go by super fast. So if you have motion sickness, I unfortunately can't recommend this game to you. This game will probably give you some sort of awful mini whiplash. It is not fun. As All-Might had stated earlier, in Sortie, we have access to normal missions. You can replay your missions. This is how you get extra income to use in the shop later. We don't have that yet, so don't worry about it. AC testing is where you can test out your Armored Core builds once you start getting more parts to do stuff. Since I want more parts and I don't want to be a complete scrub, let's just go ahead and go through the training. There is, as pointed out in a video by Vati Vidya, there is unique dialogue for ignoring the training until the end of your game. Like, All Might gets the confused, befuddled, like she's almost disgusted with you sort of snippy attitude for an AI, and is like, what? But you made it so far. You had no training? What? How? It's... If you want more information on it, go watch Vati Vidya's deep dive into little details hidden and sprinkled in Armored Core 6. There's so much, and I actually love all of it. The VR simulation programs in All Mind are actually very useful. It's a good way to get a hold of the controls. I wish they would open the game with this instead of the prologue chapter mission. But I also understand just wanting to drop you into the action. That's also fine too. There is a mild targeting assist that is handled by your AC's sort of like computer. Your auto-targeting is also assisted by your range. The closer you are to certain things within a limited range pool determines how well you can lock onto something. A lot of your AC motherboards have 2 different lock-on speeds, one for firearms weapons and one for missiles. Both of those are kind of going to be important. As I even stated earlier, triangle and right trigger for me does weapons reloading. Anything that needs a reload goes through this. You could jump, you could fly. There are different legs that hover in this game. The tetrapod legs, those are my favorites. So, Red?
Yes?
What do you think of like Gundam and like Armored Core and like all this stuff in general? Like, what are your thoughts on this? Like, do you see the appeal in this? Is this like not for you? Like, how do you feel about this?
Personally, not for me. Not a big Gundam fan. I did like Gundam Seed, but most people probably could argue that was a shitty anime. But I liked Gundam Seed. I thought it was it was my only like real taste of Gundam that I ever got into as a child. Thanks to Nami. However, personally, it is not for me, but I do see the appeal in it. I know I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of people out there that really like Gundams and stuff like that. And they would definitely love probably this game. Because, I mean, hey, it's getting the robot, Shinji.
Yeah, that is actually the joke I made in the title for this, too. So a bunch of things that aren't being told right now. On the left side, bottom of the screen, there is a 0 for expansions. That is for a modification for the robot that I don't have yet. AP is your armor points, your health, every generic RPG type element. The repair 3 is a repair kit meter. The bar right under that repair is a delay timer between how long I can use repair kits, so you cannot spam them out. The option right below that is scan. Pressing down on the D-pad sends out a scanning pulse that lets you find secrets and hideables and weapons and things that are just going to be scattered throughout the whole game. If you notice right around the crosshair, there's a couple of like quarter circles. Can you guess what those are?
The quarter circles?
Yeah. Watch. You'll see one go red. It's like near the center of the crosshair.
Oh.
See how that one went red?
A little bit. Oh, yeah, now I see it.
Yeah, I know. Those are actually cooldowns for weapons.
I was gonna say, it's gotta be like a cooldown or a charge to something.
Yeah. So, for the most part, all of your weapons either have ammunition or cooldowns, whatever ammo or cooldown that is. That little white meter that either depletes or turns red will keep track of it. It helps you keep track of ammunition at a quick glance without looking at the bottom right to see total ammunition reserves left. So, useful information to keep.
Yes.
Notice if you are too close to something, you can overshoot, like I just did with that robot. No, I did miss on purpose. You have to be mindful of the ranges of your weapons. All weapons do have an effective use range in this game. And you do have a limited energy meter that can also deplete. When it does fully deplete, it makes a sort of little airplane sound, like when you push for an attendance. A reward for completing the first training is a new machine gun.
Yay.
This is where things get crazy. You could change your paint in so many details. You can paint your weapons. You can paint your whole body. You do it just entire frames, solid color sets. If you're too lazy to do that. You could apply emblems and decals everywhere. There's so much. If you're too lazy to do any of that, feel free to download using download codes available via like Steam communities or even the Reddits. People are more than happy to share their codes for these in case you're either too lazy, can't be bothered, or maybe you saw something that you thought was really cool, go ahead. That's fine too. No shame in anything. The assembly part is the meat and potatoes of AC. You customize AC assemblies using the parts available in this menu. When assembling them, ensure that your build keeps within a maximum weight and energy load parameter. So there is a weight capacity and an energy capacity to these. This is where you can geek out and totally nerd and really do some crazy heavy lifting. For the most part, left arm units are... Your blade will always be on your left arm. Or your melee weapon.
Biscuit eater.
Hmm?
Son of a biscuit eater. I did something completely stupid in my mod pack right now.
Oops. For weapons, there are different weapon types. Yes, you have assault rifles for mechs the size of several shipping containers. There are shotguns that we're going to get later that are my personal favorite. But for now, we could take the Ludlow, a machine gun which has more rounds, weighs less, and has less of an energy load. So in general, blue is better stats, red is worse stats, but better and worse don't necessarily mean anything. The big thing is paying attention to the bottom right at a quick glance and seeing, can your current weight load and energy load support what you have? That matters more than anything. If you really want a super in-depth look at your weapons and loadouts, feel free to hit triangle or Y, depending on your controller, and that will show you everything about your AC and the weapon that you're trying to equip, including your defense against various weapon types in this game. There is so much to customization. It is crazy. It looks overwhelming. I promise it's not. It really is just build a robot, break things with your robot, and have fun with it.
A robot!
Yep. And when you're done with all that, you could save your ACs. Your AC data is permanently saved in a databank on your computer. These are from my past ACs that I had in my other profile before starting a new one and deleting the old one. If you ever download or have a saved AC data for something that you cannot immediately use, the little red notification triangle will show you that. When you finally have all of the parts available for it, that is when the little red triangle disappears and it says, hey, you can now load this. I will do a bunch of that craziness later. We did all of our training for now. That's all for the testing. You can go back and replay missions for rewards. I have no reason to look for these. At least not yet. I promise there's stuff later in regards to that. For now, though, let's just go ahead to the next mission. If chapters can have branching missions, some of them will affect story. Other times it's just, no, here's a pile of things that you have to do to progress. In this case, we have Grid 135 Cleanup and Destroy Artillery Installations. I'm going to do 135 Cleanup first, because there is a hidden little Easter egg in this mission.
Got a job for you, 621. It's an open call from the Arquebus Group, one of the extraplanetary corporate forces.
To all independent mercenaries, this request comes from Schneider of the Arquebus Group. The operation will take place. Briefing over, and happy hunting.
So the briefing was pretty standard and simple. Missions are going to start this easy, where you're basically a sort of grunt for all these corporations. You are an independent mercenary. The story right now is take odd jobs, do what you can to survive, help you and Walter profit and get enough coral to retire.
Retire?
Near the beginning of this game, released in the opening chapter, he was mentioned that you are a merc with a fried brain. Walter was actually very literal about that. You are a older generation of armored corps. You are an
You've got
older
ID.
generation
Now you need a rep.
of Armored Core pilot that, in
Get their
order to be a
attention,
pilot,
621.
oh gosh, how do I put this? You go through horrific surgeries. Like, what you do is not easy. You go through horrific implantation surgeries and modifications in order to become an Armored Core pilot. You are part of an older group where the cost for it
Main
was
system activating combat mode.
you're an emotionless drone. basically.
Commence mission. Wipe out the Dafang MT squad.
I got a small blip from Mr. Rainfish.
Oh no!
Him and Maverick are getting rings of buffering. Just gave my cat a chew and a snoot. Did you remember to set it to low latency?
I did.
Okay.
If we are experiencing buffering
Just
issues,
a word of warning, just in case.
if we are experiencing buffering issues, that is most likely either due to we are having chances of a storm later, and something might have gone wrong with the internet settings. I'm gonna hope not. I do have a wired connection though.
We'll have to figure that out.
We'll figure it out as we get to it. But for now, let's go break some robots.
He said it looked like it stopped, but yeah, it's just
Looks like the Archivists would have hired some muscle. An independent mercenary, huh? At least they didn't send the Vespers.
Lord have mercy, cat.
Intercepting!
They're just mass-produced MTs.
Mad at him.
Wipe them out, 621.
He doing a purr.
This AC pilot's sharp.
Focus your fire!
Keep it, it might be.
These guys have shields. So this is this is just the first area of the game that you ended up starting in. If you go back to where you crash landed, there is an Easter egg waiting for you.
An Easter egg?
Yes.
You tell.
There is actually something that went back to the site where you crashed in and is investigating the raft.
That mech. I can't see it. Handle it, 621. Confirmed. Unidentified machine down. Get back to work, 621.
So that was very troublesome to note. Walter said he couldn't see it. So it was invisible to whatever sensors he was using.
That merc's turned through us! Damn it! Archivist really scored this time.
Only a few targets left.
Mission targets are going to be highlighted with a little target symbol above them, thankfully, so if you're ever not sure what you need to be breaking, this game's also very good at trying to tell you what you need to ruin.
I'm picking up new enemy signatures. Looks like reinforcements. Eliminate them.
Commander Michigan needs to know.
The enemy MT squad has been eliminated. That's it for this job, 621. Return to base.
When you do a mission for the first time, you will not have a grade. Only when you replay missions.
One new message.
This is a notification from Allmind, the mercenary support system. Registration number RB23, call sign Raven. Your return to mercenary activities has been acknowledged. Restoring access to the parts shop.
So I will say, what they are good about is actually giving you a bunch of new stuff to work with right away. They're actually very good about giving you... They're good about giving you, like, the parts shop real quickly. They're good about showing you kind of what you need to do next. I do actually enjoy that. Oh, I see a good night message from Chrono. Have a good night.
He's going to bed.
So, Red, something I would actually like to touch on something you said. So, you were never really a Gundam fan, but you did get into Gundam Seed for a little.
Yes.
Did you know that most of the Gundam fandom actually... could you guess what its majority, like, viewer base was when it first started?
I'm not sure.
The majority viewer base of Gundam was women.
Really?
Yeah. The success of the franchise is owed mainly to like a female heavy watch base.
Huh.
Yeah, you would have never guessed, right?
No, not really.
So this buy screen looks crazy overwhelming, right? Like, you could buy parts for different things like crazy. Like, there's new arms to buy. There's new missile pods, shields, all kinds of crazy nonsense to buy. You could buy various shaped heads. Like, this one looks like a flat dinner plate. This just looks like a Lego brick. This guy's got like a weird, like, feather thing. Like, he's just a little radio comm guy.
Yeah.
We have different chest pieces. That's just a tank. That chest body is like just a tank. You have different arms. You got bulky. You got skinny. You got all kinds of stuff. And yes, but the arms load limit also affects what you're able to carry, because if your arms have skipped arm day, well, they can't lift certain heavy weapons. Probably the most important factor to any AC, though, its engine, its legs, and its chip system. Like, the legs especially determine what you could do. Skinnier, lighter legs, more agile legs mean your robot will stagger more easily. Your AC will stagger much more easy, but you know, you're more nimble, you have a better dodge, your boosting is better, stuff like that. Where if you have something like tank treads, you don't stagger, you don't stop when firing heavy weapons, but you're kind of slow. But you also make up for that by just having way more health. Like, there's... Again, it's super in-depth. AC building is a pain in the butt. It requires a ton of in-game currency. The big thing about this, though, is that you could sell the parts that you're not using. If you don't want to play the farm the money game, replay missions maybe a couple of times, just buy and sell the parts you do and don't want. That's it. It could be as simple as that if you really, really want to. I'm going to go ahead and do combat fundamentals, because why not?
Why not?
I did always like the way the VR section of the game loads for this. Some weapons have charge attacks. This happens to be my favorite. I'm sorry, if you give me a high power rifle that has a charge ability, I'm just going to enjoy it. So as you noticed what I did with the helicopter earlier and why I was able to pummel it and deal so much damage to it once its meter filled up all the way red, that's because there is a stagger and direct hit mechanic. Once you stagger something and break their posture, like Sekiro, you just deal a ton more damage. So it's a game of break the defense and break their face.
I'm gonna break your face.
While also avoiding having your face broken.
Let's not have face breaks. That doesn't sound so good.
Strain can be accumulated through various things, or the stagger meter can be accumulated through just various forms of damage. The more damage something is taken over time, though, the easier that meter is to fill as well. So it's not just dependent on just solid hard hits. Even wearing down an enemy's HP makes a stagger meter easier to fill, and it's harder for them to recover out of it. Fully staggering something does eventually allow someone to sort of rebalance themselves. Surprise attacks on enemies that are completely unaware also provide better stagger values. It's all things that you're kind of not surprised about and make a lot of sense when you do it. Like, oh, if an enemy doesn't see me, of course they're going to take more damage. That's why it's called a sucker punch. Like, that's the kind of logic this game applies to big robots. And then it makes you wonder, how can a 50-ton robot not hear another 50-ton robot? Yeah, exactly. In this game, we also have shields. We have shields and initial guarding. Your initial guard is a special type of burst guard that does perfect damage deflection. You will also get a warning indicator that you are about to be shot and targeted, so you're not completely left in the dark and you don't just have to rely on enemy tracers to avoid damage, which is always good. A tiny fun fact about this game that you're not going to know or be told right away, if you don't like the color of the flame boosters that you have, just change your generator. Your engine, your generator determines your booster color. Like, there's a way to get red boosters later. There are also assault boost attacks, just boosted damage that you can have while doing an assault charge. It's neat, but it really is just a, I am going to attack you, I am announcing it loudly charge. So do keep that in mind. So you can choose to play Stealth Robot or Big Loud Robot. Your choice. A lot of missions also won't give you a choice because you're a mercenary and people know that you're there to break things. So sometimes being loud and proud isn't the worst. Oh.
I'm loud and I'm proud. Say it with me now.
Oh, there's my favorite baby, the linear rifle, the Curtis. I love this thing. And in my first playthrough, I did actually keep this through most of chapters 1 and 2. I even well into chapter 3. I just like it too much. It's hard to beat something that could do such a devastating stagger, honestly. I like it. For the back left, though, I do think I actually will go ahead and buy a... I will buy a missile pod. Yeah, I'll buy missiles. That's fine. I don't need shields. Who needs shields if they're dead first? Like, that's my logic.
I don't need you.
I do actually always recommend having a melee unit on your left arm. I know a lot of people just want to go double gun and not worry about it. I do it because it saves expenses, which can be necessary for getting that clutch S rank when you've repeated a mission over and over for days on end searching for it. And it's like, oh, well, you keep spending too many bullets or too much energy weapons and you're ruining your credit farming. Just having a weapon that doesn't rely on any of that is helpful. Also, I think melee weapons tend to have better direct hit values after like staggering something, and they also very rapidly apply stagger to most enemies. So, food for thought. The starting blade itself is also really good. It can strike twice if you really wanted to, or just do one really powerful hit. You're not steered wrong either way. But I've done enough yapping. Let's go and destroy some artillery. Let's break some stuff.
Believe in you.
I believe in me too, and
Got a
and this
job
gun
here,
I found.
621. This is an open call from the Balaam Group, one of the corporate forces occupying
Gun I
Rubicon.
found.
Attention, all independent mercenaries! This request comes from our affiliate, Dafeng.
Ah, this is the Mr. American guy.
The Rubicon Liberation Front has deployed Baus artillery throughout the contaminated city. The city itself has no strategic value, but we cannot allow them to hinder expansion of the Coral Survey. Show us your ambition. Destroy the Liberation Front's artillery. Bonus pay will be awarded for destroying their MTs. We want the enemy weakened. Consider it an opportunity to prove yourself. Impress us, mercenaries!
So as Captain Murica just stated, this mission actually comes with a secondary objective.
Captain America.
No, Mr. Aggressive Drill Sergeant pointed out to us that there's bonuses rewarded for destroying their MTs. Absolutely destroy everything you see in sight in this mission. There is no reason not to. It's free money. It's free real estate. Just
The client doesn't care who does this job, as long as it gets done.
It's free money.
Main system activating combat mode.
Commence mission. Destroy all of the Rubicon Liberation Front's artillery placements.
We've got a corporate merc! They're onto us already. Sneaky bastards!
I will say this mission, this game fills my need for some when I'm craving some violence.
Violence.
It's also just solid at testing my reflexes.
There.
I like
That's
this kind of
one of the
setting.
artillery placements. The
Even
front
if
is
it is
protected
very
with armor
grim.
plating. Attack it from behind.
Deploy for combat! Destroy that AC!
We're clear here. Move on to the next site, 621.
There! That corporate dog! Don't give him another inch! We have to defend the artillery!
I will say my other favorite thing about the Curtis is just the absolute long range this rifle has.
You're up against mass-produced MTs. Eliminate them as necessary.
Enemy attack!
Like those
Back to the
missiles couldn't
artillery!
even come close to me before that
Fight
went
back!
off. I will say, seeing Gundam and all of this together, I'm a little surprised that there was never like a real team up between FromSoft and like the designers of the Gundam series. Or at least I would be able to say that until this game came out, because Fires of Rubicon did something I did not ever expect to see in my wildest dreams.
Head to the final site. Keep up the good
They
work.
actually got one of the designers for the Gundam franchise to basically build an AC in this game.
Nice.
And the better part is they are your rival mech. Well, okay. Unofficially, they are your rival. That rivalry develops as the game does.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you kind of inspire them. You sort of Goku them into being like, okay, if you're gonna be this good, I need to be this good too.
So that's pretty much just Goku and Vegeta.
Yeah, and it comes down to like a classic final showdown between the two of you, set to some of the most banger music I'd ever seen out of a FromSoft game for something like this. Like, robots shouldn't have music this epic.
I did an oops.
You did an oops.
My mom uploaded server.
Oh no!
I have so much shit to go through.
How'd you manage that?
Because I'm a dum-dum. I'm gonna have to turn this off. I'm a big oopsie.
At least you could fix that oops at least, right?
Yeah, I can. I just have to. I really need to get a blade upgrade in my
Clear out the artillery here and our work
my
is
item
over.
in my barrel that I'm using.
Fire! Surround that AC!
Because I need to start putting things that I don't want in there, like fiber and stuff.
Forced an ash.
Oh, I figured that out. I'm gonna be right back. I have to use the restroom.
I will say, this part when you're trying to outrun all of this artillery is actually scary.
50%.
As you can see, their long-range stuff is no joke. And I've kind of been goofing around, so I should probably take it a little more seriously.
Two repair kits remaining.
Oh, he's stuck here. He's stuck hugging a wall somewhere and I can't see him.
Confirmed. All targets destroyed. That's it for this job, 621. Return to base.
One new message.
Registration number RB23. Call sign, Raven. Your records have been updated. You have also been granted access to participate in the Log Hunt program. We kindly request that you submit combat logs after destroying designated craft. Allmind will reward you with parts based on the number of submissions you provide.
So log hunts are just extra collectibles that you get for the most part, just destroying extra robots and units throughout the game.
I'm back.
Hi. Welcome back and just in time. So we got access to another set of collectibles that we get to search for called log hunts. They're just data entries on... They improve your hunter rank, you get items for it, it's extra rewards.
Extra goodies.
Yep. Nothing new in training, nothing really new here. We now have 2 new missions though. We have destroy the transport helicopters and destroy the tester AC. Actually fairly close to the end of chapter 1 as we get through these. Let's break some transport helicopters because this is a very quick mission too. I wonder what we break
Got
in
a
it.
job for you, 621. The Balaam Group sent a request.
Raven, this request comes from Dalfam, one of our affiliates. The group has committed to use of military force to handle the Rubicon Liberation Front. Target for this mission is a squad of transport choppers. Destroy them. You'll encounter guerrilla resistance from Baus mass-produced MTs. They're no great concern. You performed adequately in your last sortie, Raven. This did not go unnoticed. We will be watching with interest to see what you bring to the team.
So as a surprise to no one, as you've started doing these missions, a lot of these mercenary group type people have, you know, taken notice to you. They see your skill. They're like, oh, we should probably hire this guy. We should have him. We should have him do our dirty work.
No.
Well, actually, we want to though, because hopefully it brings us closer to the stuff that Walter and I do want, which is enough to retire on.
Now they're asking for you by name. Keep building your rep.
Main system activating combat mode.
Commence mission. Destroy the Rubicon Liberation Front transport choppers.
We're under attack! It's a corporate merc!
Intercept! Keep them off the supplies!
Confirmed. Transport chopper down. Keep at it, 621. There, take it out.
Hostile AC! Defend our supplies! Our comrades on the Strider can't wait any longer!
I don't think I'm good at making friends. They keep shooting at me.
Were they wearing the purple suit? Or actually, were you wearing the purple suit?
Yeah, probably.
You deserve it.
Yep.
So, Mr. Wolf, I have a question for you.
Okay, I can happily answer.
Have you been hearing the latest sensation that is sweeping the nation?
Damn!
What, has Pogo done something else?
Nah.
Confirmed. Target
No.
destroyed. On to the
Have
next
you heard
targets.
Have you heard
Here. Fight
about
back.
the radioactive ship from Walmart, correct?
We're no match for an
I've
AC.
seen the memes and TikTok song
Have
about
no
it.
fear.
So you have seen
The
the
coral
TikTok
is
song
with
that's
us.
in the tune of internet or video
Looks
killed
like
the
they've got
radio
a
song.
Baus
Yes, I am in love with
It's a
it right
cut
now.
above the other MTs.
It's too good.
Ignore it.
I have
Focus on
seen.
the mission.
There's been so many. There's been so many plushies too, apparently, that have hit Etsy because of this, which is the worst part.
No radioactive ship. I could find crochet a green one.
AP
And
at
make it a radioactive
50%.
shrimp. I have
2
green
repair kits
fiber.
remaining.
You like some radioactive shrimp?
AP at
No.
30%.
I would not.
1 repair kit remaining.
What? APS overload?
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
This can't be. Who are you?
The last did recursive crafting.
Got the tetrapod, huh? You're unnatural at this, 621.
So if you can't tell, trying to go after that heavy MT nearly cost me my life. I've only got a total of no repair kits remaining and half my health. But as I said, I'm also a trash AC pilot, and I haven't done this in forever. So,
Looks like you got them
The
all.
question of the day is, what makes
That's
you
it for
like
this
this
job,
game so
621.
much? Like, why
Return to
do you
base.
like Armored Core?
actually, that's a very good question, because it's very different from every other game type and genre that I do play. Part of me would like to say that I am enthralled by it because I have always enjoyed the From Software approach of get good, but
Get good.
that's a little dishonest.
Yep. Everybody knows about the get good.
I'd say that's actually dishonest as to why I like it. The thing that I actually do like about
1
Core,
new message.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I just always found this universe to be kind of interesting.
I see your back,
I believe it.
621. The Corps see the Liberation Front as a hindrance to expanding their coral survey. But to the Rubiconians, your actions are only helping the Corps with their invasion. It's just a job, 621. All of it.
Excuse me.
But yeah, no, like the full in-depth reason I always liked the robot customization. I liked how total and complete the control is of the mech. Like you are the pilot of what is one of the most advanced machines ever. In short, this is the closest you will ever get to feeling like an Ava pilot. Like, you and the machine are one. You are at the helm. You have full controls over its arms, its legs, its full armament. You are the mech. You are Raven. So, it's partly why I named the title as I did. Get in the mech, Raven.
Raven.
Yeah. So, there's always been that part to it, but I don't know. This was one of those games where when... I've enjoyed FromSoft games forever. I like the Dark Souls series. I already mentioned how I like the get good aspect of it, but like, this is probably one of the few games where it always felt challenging. I never felt like I had a super easy time with Armored Core in a lot of missions. It's not like Bloodborne, where after my first playthrough, I could dance through it and not care. Nothing is difficult. There's no surprises. No enemies really challenge me until we get to the late game, and even then it's like, okay, good. I just avoid the Winter Lanterns like always, and I hopefully don't get hugged by Mr. Mindflayer Brain Squishy Man. Like it...
Lady Maria cough.
Oh god, and the Lady Maria fight, God help us, that is always the most devastating... That one still kicks my butt. But that's the one constant I have. Whereas in Armored Core, almost everything is actually a threat here. And something about that is just, I don't know, kind of exciting to me. I like that that I can and will be punished for my hubris if I am not smart.
I know you like to sing my praises for what I did the last time, but still, like, I don't know why I can't seem to beat her again after the first time.
That's fine.
Like, I can't do it. It's like, I also have that same problem in Kingdom Hearts 2. I can't beat that, I can't beat that fight, that last fight. I did it once
To all
before,
independent mercenaries,
but I can't seem
this
to replicate
request
it.
comes from
I
Schneider
just
of the
end up
Archibus
getting
Group.
absolutely and totally shreked.
Dafeng, one of our adversaries allied with Balaam, has introduced a new tester AC. It's a sample model from an external architect, featuring extensive assembly optimizations. In the hands of an experienced pilot, it will pose a threat far too great to ignore. This brings me to the request. Intercept delivery of the tester AC and destroy it. The Archibus Group looks forward to news of your success.
That makes
Briefing
snowballs
over,
to make ice.
and happy hunting.
I hate this. So many snowballs for one piece of blue ice.
So, this is one of the first missions where we get access to... It's another PvE fight, but you're not fighting MTs anymore. You're fighting against another full-fledged armored core. So all the mechanics that you have, your own personal stagger meter, your own repair kits, a myriad weapon loadout, they have access to it too. And the most dangerous threat in all armored core games
but it's still an AC.
are other armored cores.
Stay sharp, 621.
For you.
And in some games, armored cores are considered lost techs, like most people only have access to MTs. So you are part of the cream of the crop, and now you're going to fight against the cream of the crop. Always a dangerous prospect. We're going to get to a more fun part of that later in the arena, but I'll save that for when we get to the arena. For now, let's go, as Red puts it, let's Shrek this guy's
Now's the
day.
time, 621.
Shrekking is a universal term, my dear.
We're under attack! Must be the locals. No, it's an independent.
That pilot's just a trainee on delivery duty, but don't let your guard down.
I'll deal with the merc. I've been training for this. The red guns need this AC. I can't fail this mission.
His AC has reached breaking point. Go for a direct hit.
Damn it! I can't die like this! I'm keeping up with the real merc. My training is...
I'm sorry, tester pilot.
I just wanted a call sign of my own.
Enemy AC destroyed. That's it for this job, 621. Return to base.
Wanna know what my one of my favorite blocks that I've ever found out in an ATM tent mod was?
What?
It's from Zycraft. It's called an extractor, because you know what you can do with it?
Extract things, but like, what specifically?
Stick a dragon head
Well,
on there and make
well,
infinite
Handler
dragon
Walter.
breath and never have to fight the dragon again.
The way your hound's been up in my business, I'm
Also,
surprised
you can
you
make
didn't even
infinite
dare to
dragon eggs.
call.
Imagine that
Michigan,
in Crimson
about my
Ingot.
proposal.
Yeah, you sure about that?
Fucking worse
I'll
than
be
we
working
broken.
your hound just as hard as any other red gun.
He who stole 6 dragon eggs.
Gen 4s can be emotionally withdrawn. They need a shot in the arm every now and then.
Then you got a deal. I'll send Volta to
You're like,
Guas you. They'll give your latest hound a proper red gun welcome.
He who stole 6 Egberts. It wouldn't let me have one.
No.
No!
One new message.
There's no fair.
621. About the tester AC you downed.
That's not fair
That
at
was
all.
being shipped to the Red Guns. Balaam's in-house AC squad. They're Balaam's main force, and its members are no amateurs. Remember who you're messing with.
Okay, let's...
So that first AC fight mission, because that's such a short mission, That's sort of the first one. Destroy the Tester AC is sort of the first one they expect you to repeat over and over for tons of cash. And to be fair, yeah, it's easy. You can do it in like 2 minutes. It's easy to repeat it and get a ton of money that way. Whatever. I won't be doing that on stream and boring everyone with it.
So some off-stream cash farming.
Oh, absolutely.
No, that's completely, totally fine.
But this isn't a terrible midpoint to stop at for the day, because the next 2 missions are very difficult ones, and I would like to get a few new supplies before going into them. In particular, we have Attacking the Dam Complex, which, from the little character blurb that we got out of G1 Michigan and Handler Walter, this will be a collaboration mission. You're going to be working with other AC pilots in this one to commit to a task, which is kind of interesting and cool. There are lots of sprinkled co-op missions like this that are all story-driven. In the replay of this mission, you get a chance to betray them.
Really?
And that actually sets an entirely different set of missions into motion. Like, what you do in story does affect the game, and you don't always see it immediately. I hate saying this, but AC6 is a lot like Mega Man Battle Network 4 for those that have played it, where multiple playthroughs yield different results. Technically, to beat this game, you have to beat the story 3 times. So between attacking the dam complex and destroying the mining ship, which this mission, by the way, is very daunting. I think without armor upgrades, I probably will screw up and die at least once. You're gonna see why when that mission is tackled. That mining ship is 100% weaponized, and see that little hump at the back of the silhouette on the right side?
Mm-hmm.
What if you shrunk the Death Star laser? Is the best way I could describe that.
Oh my.
Yeah. So, devastating mining robot with devastating power taken over by a liberation front seeking to achieve a goal. Not surprising for a storyline like this, but for now, this is where my story stops.
For now, for today.
Yep, I will be continuously futzing with my own mic, changing my gain, all that fun stuff. I'll be working on this as the series goes on. But for now, I'm thankful. Thankful for anyone who had joined, who had watched. Expect more of this in the future. We will get there together, and hopefully I will become a good enough AC pilot to actually complete the game and not suck at it by the time I finish. Who knows? I'm just gonna say this off the bat.
You're fine.
Unlike my friend Rainfish, this is not a G-rated channel. I am definitely not playing a G-rated game. Armored Core is a very bloody and brutal game. But
yeah, we have to be very nice when we're on Raindrop's channel because he tries to keep everything PG, but we are totally filthy adults.
No,
filthy adults.
I probably will get mad and swear at least a couple of points in all this. There are so many times where I'm going to be mad at myself. We will get to those missions. We will laugh at them and my misery together. But for now, and at least until my next stream with Rainfish, continuing our dive into the Metroid Prime trilogy, this is it, and that's it for tonight's stream. And it does feel good to be back. Feels good to be back in a streaming chair, and I'm glad I'm not streaming a mobile game for a second. I will probably get back. I loved streaming at Fate Grand Order, but I need a completely new setup to be able to do that. Nox is not agreeing with it. BlueStacks is not agreeing with it, so I'm going to figure out some sort of new mobile game stream tech for that. But until I get to that point, for now, this is sort of where everything ends. And that, I want to say thanks everyone for joining. I hope everyone has a good night, and I'll see you again in the future. Take care.
Good night.